Hello my convicts and convicts, yes it is I, the Kappa convict, bringing you guys and gals another video. Today's video is regarding the NetDuma R1 gaming router. If you didn't know, or if you've not been following them on Twitter, they are now launching the NetDuma OS onto the NetDuma R1 gaming router. Now if you don't know what that is, basically the NetDuma R1 has always had its own operating system. Then they brought out the XR500, which was the Nighthawk version, and they obviously wanted to create a new operating system that would go with the new routers in order to help you dominate lag. So let's talk a little bit about it. I bought my NetDuma quite a long time ago, around about the time of roughly around Advanced Warfare. I actually bought my NetDuma through Elite Shot, because he's one that actually got me into NetDuma and, presented and said, this is NetDuma and this is what it does. So I was curious. So I went out and actually bought one and got the NetDuma R1 gaming router. Let me just turn this music down. So yeah, so I bought the gaming router and I wanted to try it out, and I thought it was pretty decent. I'll be very honest, my review was very honest. I felt that it did dominate lag only in certain ways, obviously being able to reduce who can connect to you and stuff like that, but I never thought it was very strong or very powerful in regards to an actual software for a router. Now, the NetDuma, as I learned over time, was obviously limited, the R1, because it's only a small router and it didn't have a lot of power. Once they brought out the XR500, obviously they are the powerhouse, the Nighthawk. It's an absolutely beast monster of a router, and now NetDuma have partnered with Netgear to bring the Netgear and NetDuma. So you get the router from Netgear and the power of software from NetDuma. So we've been waiting in the works because we knew eventually that NetDuma would bring out this OS for all the ranges of the NetDumas out there, and even for the NetDuma R1 gaming router, it would eventually come to that as well. Now there's a bit of a backlash because unfortunately they was going to bring it out, I think it was around July time, but there was a bit of an issue and I went, no, scrap that, let's not do it, it's not ready. And people, backlashed at them and said, hey, hang on, you said. And, I do agree with them. If they felt that it wasn't ready, it wasn't ready. At least they said it wasn't ready. Yeah, they may have goofed a little bit and said, oh, we're going to bring it out, we're going to bring it out, get everyone's hopes up, and then say, oh, no, we're not now. But, fair enough. You have to be fair enough. But for what the software was, and, the limitations of the NetDuma R1, they obviously had to make sure that they could cram everything into a small, compact, the smallest of their routers, and to make sure that it worked, it ran, and it didn't blow up. So it's fair news on there. So been waiting for quite a while for the new OS because they started tweeting along the past few months and saying, "Oh, we're bringing it. It's coming. It's coming." And they finally launched the open beta, and they sent it out to 500 people. I was screaming, I was like, "Oh, I want it for Black Ops 4 because Black Ops 4 is coming out so soon, and I want to try it out and see what it was like." Unfortunately, I didn't get it. They've been waiting patiently, and then I was like, no, I tweet people, and it's like, nudge, nudge, hey buddy, can you, send me the download. I want to try. I even like get in contact with Fraser, who's the CEO. I believe it is the CEO. I could be wrong there, but Fraser, hello, we salute you, my friend. Kappa and the convicts and convict heads here. Thank you very much. And they eventually sent it to me last night. And oh my god, it's probably one of the most beautiful constructed sort of softwares you can get out there. And I'm not talking in order to butter them or anything like that. I don't want no browning points. My nose is not brown, thank you very much. But it is a great software. It looks really slick. It's very nice, and it also works on PlayStation as well. One of my biggest gripes was that I heard that it was only running on a PC. You couldn't run it through such as like the PlayStation or anything like that. You can actually run it through PlayStation. On the old PlayStation, it's a bit slower, so it takes a little bit to load in. I don't know if that will be the same for the Pro, but it still loads in. There is odd feature that you can't change, like you can't change the password and stuff. And sometimes if you go to the settings bit where you can get to Wi-Fi, UPnP and stuff like that, it kind of confuses itself and starts to stick writing over the top of other writing. That's the only sort of gripe on that. But if you go off the screen, come back to it, it goes back to normal. So if anything, that, I can live with. If you want to change your passwords, you'll have to do it through a different method. I don't know if you can do it through mobile, but you can't do it through PlayStation because it doesn't click and bring up the keyboard to type anything in. It just doesn't work, and then it gets confused at that point and just sort of kind of partly crashes through that. So I'll definitely send it off to NetDuma to let them know that. But boy oh boy, I was playing with it for the first time. I've got a gameplay for you here of me using the new OS, and oh my god, you're in for a treat. So I'm going to leave it here, let you watch the video, and then we'll talk a little bit about it at the end. So here we go, let's get into action and see what we can do.
Team deathmatch. CDP, AO is hot. Weapons ready.
Outrider killed.
Be advised, hostile UAV incoming.
Infantry terminated.
UAV inbound.
Infantry terminated. AIA.
UAV awaiting orders.
Either turn sensors or capture your objective. Still 50% check. UAV priority return to receive rerouting.
Scout eliminated.
Friendly Cerberus inbound. Friendly Hardened sentry deployed.
Info weapons system on standby. Sniper working.
Hostile UAV above. UAV inbound. UAV inbound. No medals for second place. Crush them.
Enemy destroyed.
Be advised, hostile UAV incoming.
Threat null.
Hostile care package overhead. The CDP stands strong.
Gold.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What do you think? I think definitely the new OS had something to do with that. I know there'll be, especially our veteran convicts and convicts who have been with me for a very long time and go, no, no, no. You've done this before. You've gone flawless before. But if you kind of put this side by side with that gameplay and the way I played in this game, you'll see that sometimes in other games, or as I've always known in other games, I've had to play based on my connection, and I'm only on about a 31 download and a 5 upload. So here in the UK, I'm not on a huge download and upload scheme. Now, obviously, it doesn't take megabytes to play games. It takes kilobytes per second to play. So you could even play on 1 megabyte down and 1 megabyte up and still have a pretty decent game on Call of Duty without any issues because it runs on kilobytes per second. But I felt that in this game I was actually more aggressive and I felt more comfortable. As before, I would have to move more methodically and kind of go, okay, I'm going to stand at this point for just a second. This guy's going to run out. I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to have cover because if I just run into his face, I'm going to shoot him 6 times. He's going to go bap, 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 and I'm just going to insta die. And then it's like, ugh. Because I've had that problem before where it lags or maybe it jumps in connection at a particular point and I get killed by them even though I was killing. Now, a big shout out to Adam as well in this video because Adam's a good friend of ours. He's added me on friends. So hi Adam. Sorry I'm using you a little bit here, but he added me last night as well on there. So we salute you, Adam. Thank you very much for participating. But I really wanted to share this video, not because I was dominating everyone or dominating whoever, but just for the fact that this is the new NetDuma OS. How insane is that? And I'm sure that we can have lots of other cool games in the future. I will apologize as well if you can hear a slight difference in my voice. I am sick. My partner gave me the full flu, so my head's pounding. I feel like someone's been punching me inside the head. I couldn't sleep last night. I was up till the early hours. I couldn't even lay down my face. It hurt so much. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a rough few weeks ahead of us. But hey ho, we'll get through it. But I'm going to leave it here because I'm rambling on. Could be the cold. And just say thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for NetDuma. Thank you for finally giving me the new OS. It is absolutely amazing and brilliant. Would I recommend NetDuma? Hell yeah! If you want to dominate lag and you want to have better games, then I definitely would recommend you go and give them a try. Not necessarily have to go for the XR500 if you don't have the cash. The NetDuma is only around about £150 for the R1. So it's completely up to you, but I definitely say check them out. And I'm being very honest with you. To all my convicts and convicts out there, I definitely would recommend this. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't feel that they were worthy. A bit like Thor's hammer. There we go. So it is I, the Kappa Convict. I'm signing out, and as always, I salute you, my convicts and convicts, and I will see you soon. hopefully in more dominating gameplays with the NetDuma OS. Bye for now.